You are listening to the Grand Canterlot Cavalcade in Color, a Gentle Colts podcast for sophisticated bronies. Tonight we discuss a new porn comic, penetrate deep into an association of gay niggers, and welcome back a returning special guest, porn artist Salient Sunbreeze. Those stories and more coming up right now. Is this the good kind of following or the bad kind of following?
I always get that way. Oh, by the way, we're recording now. I didn't record the bit. Where you actually said their name, but I get that. I get that way sometimes when certain people follow me. I'm like, oh, it's like the cops are following you.
It's like, yeah, it's like, are you following me because you actually like what I post? Or are you following me so you can watch what I say and reblog it to people who don't agree with me? Like, I'm a little frightened now.
I feel like there are crosshairs on me.
Yeah,
and I'm like, and whenever I get a message, I'm like, especially with me, it's like whenever I get a message, I'm like, oh fuck, am I in trouble?
What did I do wrong?
It's like, oh man, it just, it sucks being popular. But anyway, no, so I think I may have either, I don't know how you would say the entrapment or scammed or bullied an artist into following me by accident. Because it happened last week. Like, I was out doing my thing, and then I got an email because I had Tumblr set to email me whenever I get a new follower, so I can go check them out. And this artist followed. For the sake of privacy, I'm just not gonna say their name. So this really popular artist follows me, and I'm like, whoa. That's kind of cool. I'm not too sure why they're following me, but that's really cool. And so, like, I'm okay. I like get done with my shit, and then I go back home and I get on my computer. I send them a message saying, "Hey, thanks for following me." And then that night, another message pops up on Tumblr saying the exact same artist started following me. So apparently, they followed me, realized how much of a fucking douchebag I am, and then unfollowed me. And since Tumblr doesn't tell you when you've been unfollowed, I just went straight on the Tumblr after getting back home. I'm like, hey, thanks for following me, man. You know, I'm not too sure why you're following me, but that's cool, thanks. And I think I may have shamed them back into following me again.
The horrors you've unleashed, Deathmech.
Well, this artist is following the show, and actually, I'm going to type it into the Skype chat. Don't say their name because I don't want them to be embarrassed. So yeah, to that artist, dude, if you want to unfollow me, that's fine. I didn't mean to shame you into following me again. So go right ahead. It's no.
In fact, it might be for the best.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, and another thing. Apparently, you and Bullshit and Chef Sandy are like, hey, let's take Deathmech serious for once. In regards to that picture that Chocolate Pony put up.
Oh man, that picture is a riot.
But I am serious.
Okay, I'm confused now.
No, seriously. Dude. You know, let's look at asshole douchebags throughout history. Okay, like, let's start with Genghis Khan. Look what he had to do to get asshole douchebag status. He had to, like, take over most of the planets and, like, kill millions of people. You know, look at Adolf Hitler. You know, my great grandfathers and grandmothers, their golden teeth weren't going to rip themselves out of their mouths in a very most painful fashion themselves. Fucking Hitler and his Nazis had to do it. It's hard work to be an asshole douchebag.
It is hard work to be an asshole douchebag.
Yeah, that's something I strive to be.
And just, you know, I mean, no hard feelings, but one day you will swallow a cyanide pill and shoot yourself in the head.
Yeah. I mean, that's That's every asshole douchebag's goal, or impregnate so many females across the continent that
your genes live on forever.
Yes, you know.
Somehow I doubt that.
There's two kinds of people in the world. There's the kinds of people who commit suicide, and there's kinds of people who fuck everything on the planet.
This is true.
Yeah.
In one way or another.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, both.
But no, I'm pretty offended. I'm pretty offended at Chocolate Pony, because we know the guy. He's lazy, and then he puts this thing out, and it's like, what the fuck? You can't even be bothered to put in the real evil assholes under the podcasting section, which is obviously us. I mean, Chef Sandy and Apple Cider are like, oh, the show, it's awesome. What's on fire, Sandy? Oh, nothing? No, that's cool. Well, we got special guests, the Slovenian Brony Group, and we're going to talk about the new episode and read emails and and then you have us where we're talking about like fucking horse vagina and this guy's a shithead and you should fucking kill him. And wait, we don't actually do that, do we?
I'm actually, because I thought this picture was absolutely completely fucking hilarious, and I'm gonna insert it at the top of our show notes here.
Okay.
If it will let.
Well, and it'll point out that we deserve to be in there. And let me just say right now, if Chocolate Pony doesn't correct it, and when we go to BronyCon, if we do go to BronyCon, I'm gonna confront him about it. I'll be like, what the fuck, man? Actually, I won't confront him. What I'm gonna do is, I'm a big boy. I'm a big guy. I'm at least nearly as big as Chef Sandy. And what I'll probably do is that E Honda leg spread and do that. Koi! and then like
I want pictures.
And then in the signature E Honda torpedo headbutt, but except it'll be reversed, so I'll go feet first. I will smash both of my size 14 feet into his fucking face. And shatter him because he's made out of chocolate and he's hollow inside because he has no soul.
What I actually like about this picture, aside, I don't understand who it is under the fanfic seat. It should be Rob Cakrin's OC, I think, but I don't know who that is. And personally, I wouldn't have put Living Tombstone in the music scene.
Let me look at the picture again. Actually, I was talking to some people, and I got identifications for all of them.
But it's Tombstone, Ecophiliac.
That's K-Cat.
Oh, it's Dusty Cat. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay.
No, fanfic's
K-Cat, not Dusty Cat.
That's
K-Cat.
Little Pip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because nobody knows what she looks like, or if she's even who, for all we know, Scorch Mechanic is gay.
And then Seth, obviously.
What's wrong with Ego?
Then Bronyville. And then I believe that's the under animation. That's the person who does. That's Poninator.
Yeah. And then obviously we have the Grimace.
Yes. Miss Tinker up here in conventions. What I love about this picture is that it is so fucking true. This is what not the whole like them being a dark council, but this whole idea that these people control the fandom and that Seth is sort of leading it. People actually believe that, and
Well, see, the thing is, as much as hilarious as this thing is, Apple Cider did kind of fuck himself when in the latest episode he's like, yeah, in a way we're kind of part of the management side of the fandom.
And it's really sad but true. And the only reason that that's true is because people let it be true. I think we say on this podcast, people are only fandom famous because other people let them be fandom. Other people make them out to be fandom famous, and that there's nothing wrong with that. But once you get into this mindset that you have to be sheeple and follow everything that EQD does is really destructive, and that's something that we like to say a lot on this podcast. And that's why I laughed so hard at this picture, because it's so fucking true.
Yeah. Yeah, it is so fucking true. But I'm still gonna foot smash Chocolate Pony, and we're all gonna eat, and then we're all gonna eat him because he's just chocolate and has no soul. So yeah. Is that an intro?
And with that,
I think we did this thing. I think we did this. Good job, guys. All right.
Is that it? That's it?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Intro here. All right, welcome to the Grand Canterlot Cavalcade in color, a Gentle Colts podcast for sophisticated bronies. Episode 42. GCC is anything but quality. And believe it or not, I'm actually really drunk right now. But
Really? You don't sound like it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what the hell's going on. Metal shit. We air Tuesday nights, Wednesday mornings on Celestia Radio. If you'd like to hear our episodes over a day early and in higher quality, listen in at ponify.me starting at 5 a.m. or 0500 GMT. And all right, there we go. There's kicking in. And bullshit. Fucking go do something.
all right, on to our main topic section, and we have three small main topics this week instead of one large one. Continuing our tradition of not having very much to talk about, we've decided to talk about just many things in order to fill out an episode. Our first subject is, as everyone knows, Hoofbeat 2 has just been released. For those who don't know, Hoofbeat is a sort of pay-per-view comic that you can purchase that is pornographic and done by many, many different porn artists in the fandom, all getting together and doing a single little mini magazine. And all three of us actually have it open right now, and we've already read through it and all that, I think. So,
I'm like scrolling through it right now.
So guys, what are your thoughts? I'd like to start off by saying my favorite page in this entire magazine is the not the cover page, but the sort of the inner title page with the credits, because it's a picture of Twilight and herself, one dressed up as future Twilight, and they're just sort of trying to have sex of some sort, and they're reading a book. I think it's funny. But it was like, I don't understand why I had to wear the eye patch. Like, it's my favorite page. It's such a great page. And so far, I think my favorite comic is Leche's Private Lesson, the one with Twilight and Cadence and.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the first one.
So, Saley, what'd you think?
As far as...
Yeah, it seems how excited you were to have this come out, and you've had a couple days.
Well, as far as that goes, the thing that really got to me most, not so much the content of the comics themselves, because the comics themselves are kind of, I'm not going to say run-of-the-mill as far as the plot and how they do things, but
well, it's a plot.
Yeah, I mean there's only so many things you can do. For those of you who haven't seen it, there are, let me take a look real quick, I think 5 little sequences. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. There are 5 little sequences and a few pinups, a few little extra images, and they're all fairly, some of them are more basic than others. There's one with Twy, Princess Celestia, and Cadence, and a little bit of Spike. There's one that's just AJ solo with a few toys. There's one where Twilight gets possessed with dark powers.
That's a good one too.
That's the most that's the most interesting one.
That's the most you one.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really
Yeah.
think so? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with your whole fanfic with the penis tail, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is the most. I do. Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. It is probably the most characteristic, and there's a neat little twist at the end, which is funny. And then there's just some straight up light bondage, flutterjack, and derpy dash for the last one, which is pretty much straight up. I mean, there's really not anything all that unusual or special about most of them. The third one with the possession is the most bizarre out of all of them, but it's also one of the most entertaining. The thing is that the plots and the way it's gone about weren't really, anything that I was really terribly excited about. The first sequence with Cadence and Celestia and Twilight was the most enticing, I think, but the art style is really what I was the various art styles, partially because I like Leche and I like Doxy a lot, and it's really cool to see them do full on sequences like that.
Well, I will say Doxy's is certainly the most creative narrative wise.
Right,
yeah.
and yes. And it's also for me, it's also the prettiest to look at, I think.
You're talking about the Applejack one.
Yeah, the Applejack one. The one by Leche, and the one by Sunshine Flanks and Knickers, which I assume are three different people, are the most. I like the way how clean the art is. That was the one thing that struck me. Not a lot of shading, like on the first one, the one that Leche did. Not a lot of shading. There's mostly gradients, but the art is very clean and very well put together, especially the paneling. It's also very humorous in the expressions, just the variety of expressions involved. Very anime on both accounts, although Leche is a bit more than.
Cadence has a lot of expressions, a lot of really nice expressions.
I think I like
too.
Leche's the most because the art style is very similar, and in fact, it may be the same artist as Peaches and Cream.
Yes,
the furry porn, and there's also a Safe for Work webcomic that is it Mitzi's that no, that's someone else.
Let's see.
Oh god, they have a Tumblr. They just got one. I've been following it.
Peaches and Cream. I have to look at because I'm well aware. I really have to take a look and see if that's who that.
Miyu, that's her name. Miyu, Miu, the artist behind Peaches and Cream.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys are if any of our listeners are interested in furry things and have not yet, for whatever reason, heard of Peaches and Cream by Miyu, definitely do check it out. It's a fantastic comic series, and the Safe for Work webcomic that she does is also very good. But the art style reminded me so much of it that it might actually just be Miyu doing it. I believe Miyu has done pony stuff in the past, but the art style reminded me so much of it that I think that's why I liked it so much.
Yeah, it's not dissimilar. I can definitely see the resemblance, although I would think that if that's who it was, it would definitely, it would definitely be labeled as such. But I can definitely see the resemblance between the two art styles. But I really love the cleanness of the first sequence, and I do enjoy the sort of cartoony nature of the third sequence, the one with Possessed Twilight. A lot of like really fun expressions in that one and whatnot. And
that one's the most anime, I think.
Yeah, it is. The fourth sequence, the one with Applejack and Fluttershy, is definitely the most American comic. It's really simple as far as the coloring goes. It's all flat colors.
That one's actually by 33354 or 456, who we've actually plugged before on this podcast. I did like that one a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty straight up too. A little food play, a little light bondage, but nothing too serious. And it's got a fun little sting ending there at the end. I thought made me laugh pretty good. The last sequence, the one with Derpy and Dash, was kind of, I don't know. It didn't really do anything for me. Very pretty, very intimate, whatnot.
You're like me. You're not into retard porn.
What?
What? What? I just said you're like me. You're not into retard porn.
Yeah. Okay.
That being said,
you forget what show you're on.
That being said, I understand that just before Staley came on, he actually did finish up a picture with Derpy.
I'm actually working on the revision for that now. I've added the wings and I'm working on the shading for that. So yes, I do have a picture of Derpy literally fucking herself. So that's entertaining. No, I understood what you meant, but no, what I was meaning, it's just not.
It's exploitive.
Well, I don't think she's retarded. I just think she's kind of silly.
Depends on your head.
That depends on your headcanon. There's a lot of headcanons out there, so I have mine, and I'm sure a lot of people have their own. But no, I'm not. That's just not what not what I think. But feel free, whatever turns you on. I mean. But I don't know. It's just, and I have nothing. There's nothing wrong with lesbian porn either. It's just there wasn't a lot to keep my attention. I do that with all of it doesn't matter if it's straight or gay or lesbian. It doesn't really matter. What is it? If there's just a lot of stuff going on and not, I think it's the lack of dialogue. I think that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe maybe I like the talking. I don't know. But it seemed kind of non-compelling. But it is a good sequence, and it is very well drawn and very well paneled. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just speaking for my taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we have very different tastes because I kind of view that whenever a comic has dialogue, an adult comic has dialogue, I kind of view it the same way as I view a dude's asshole in a porno. It's sort of like, what are you doing? Get the fuck out of the way. I'm not here for you. Get the fuck out of the way.
But it's and those last two pinups, the ones the vinyl and the pinky toy one, that was
the pinky toy one was really fun.
That's genius. I love that.
Yeah.
So that's my take. I don't know if there's anything else. I can't really think of anything that I haven't said already without just rambling on about it. What do you think, Ben? You haven't.
I was so I honestly, admittedly, I can't really remember the first Hoofbeat. But this one was a lot of fun, particularly, like I said, the first one with Twilight and Cadence and Celestia. What was it called? Dark Moon Diaries, the Fudanari possession Twilight thing was interesting.
Yes. The ass Fudanari was very.
Yeah, it was really.
I was like, what the hell is this?
It was really entertaining, and the expressions were great. I liked this one a lot because, unlike Saley, I'm not big on massive boobs. I don't really like huge tits very much, and this one didn't have a lot of that. Very average to small-sized breasts, which I like a lot. I loved the pinups, especially the vinyl scratch one. I think is my favorite.
I think that one is Yeah, I think that one's everybody's favorite.
I spent like 10 minutes staring at her headphones. So there's sexiest fucking headphones I've ever seen. And then it was 10 minutes later I noticed the microphone in her ass and I was like, oh, cool.
Okay. You had the Windows 7 like half screen. One window is the picture of Vinyl Scratch. The other window is Amazon. You're like, where? Well, let me try to find these headphones.
I want those.
What kind of mic is that? Is that omnidirectional?
That's what I do. Yeah.
Corduroy.
I'm not really that big a fan of Doxy's style. I actually don't like Doxy's style a whole lot. But the Applejack comic that he did was very cool. And like MDevMix said, the narrative was incredibly funny, and the string of apple-shaped anal beads was just priceless. So funny.
Yeah, I'm not much for ass in that manner.
I think we can all agree that gaping assholes is something I'm interested in. But
gaping, gasping. It looks like it's actually breathing.
Just so large you could fall into it. Just
it's my fetish.
Yeah, you put your ear up to it and just goes.
I did like the Derpy one a lot, actually. I do like Derpy a lot in the context of stories in porn. I would have picked a different partner than Rainbow Dash, but I guess that was inevitably going to happen since Rainbow Dash is the popular character. But it was a good comic, and I liked it a lot. But by far, I think the what was it called? Private Lesson. That's the one. Is my favorite. I think it's because they have fingers. I like that. It's really cool.
You're like, oh wow, fingers. That's a concept.
You can put those places.
No, I think as far as that, the horn fucking was the best part of that.
Yeah.
Also, Cadence's outfit.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, the only thing I really cared about was Cadence. Out of this entire book was Cadence, because I'm like, wow, she looks really good in that outfit. She looks really nice. Yeah. It shows you how I'm basically on the brink of turning into a monk. It's like, oh wow, she has a nice outfit. She's got a horn in her vagina. Oh, okay, that's a really nice outfit. No, it's no secret. Luna and Cadence are both my favorites. So whenever I see either one of them, it's like, okay, that's my favorite one. So.
Also,
yeah,
Celestia's sort of halter. It's not half bad either.
Yeah.
What would you call that? Is it a unitard, a leotard, haltertard? I don't know. Hard.
Crazy skin tight outfit.
Yes, that is amazing pants. Hot pants.
Yeah.
So that we want to make fun of all the fucking lonely neckbeards who bid like $1,500 for this thing.
Actually, funny story. I was adding a link to Hoofbeat. I was trying to decide what link to add to Hoofbeat to. I ended up just for our show notes linking the Hoofbeat article on Wikifur, but I was trying to find a good place to say, oh, go here and buy it. But all the other places you can sort of purchase this are all auction style bidding. And
they only print out a couple hundred copies.
Yeah, and the current it's already been sold in the eBay article they linked, but the current bid on furbuy.com is $305.
That's a very sad and lonely person.
Yeah, well, I mean that happened.
Oh, sorry, no, that's the first one. But the first one, rather, the last bid that was posted for the first Hoofbeat was $305. So I think
I was about to say. I think that,
You know something? If I had like fuck you money, I'd buy it, and then I'd post a video of me like, you know how when you got like a Nintendo Power or Game Pro, and they had like the center pinups that you would rip out and put on your wall,
Yeah.
and they always looked ugly because there was the holes from the staples. I posted a video, be like, yeah, dude, I just got my hoofbeats too. And I just go through and I just rip out those center folds, those pinups, and pin them to my wall.
Here we go.
Be like, yeah, dude, I just spent $500 on this. Rip.
I just found this here. The on Furbuy, the copy of Hoofbeat that went up on Furbuy sold for $410.
Good job.
No.
Wait,
Wow.
probably already have a job.
seriously, if you've got,
Get a life.
yeah, there you go.
Get some pussy.
Seriously, for that much money, you could buy.
Of course, the only person we're not saying that is whoever scanned these in and put them up online. Thank you.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is that I have no problem with supporting artists, considering, I am an artist. But, I mean, there's... I'm very happy.
Well, the fact that they only did a run of a couple hundred, and then said, okay, that's it. Then it's sort of like, okay, then you're just... Well, it's like, all right, you've made the money you decided you were going to make from it.
Yeah, and the thing is that the auctions, these kind of things, are like second and third party, people who have already acquired it from other things.
And a lot of people just bought it on auction, put it up for auction again.
Mm-hmm.
For a higher price, yeah.
So there isn't really a place I can link people to say, hey, check this out and buy it. So I'm not going to link the any of the illegal downloads because I don't do that. But the link in here is to the Wikifur article, and there are illicit copies floating around if you so desire.
Yeah. So what you do is, if you find it and you download it and whatnot, and look at who made it, go to their Tumblr, go to their website, find out what they're doing. I know Doxy had a calendar up not too long ago, and I know that like Sunshine 333456, they do things, commissions or whatever, and find out what they're doing. And if you really, really like their art and you really want to support them, then just buy stuff from them. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can do.
Because this ship has sailed, they've made the money that they're going to make off of it, and the auctions and stuff are just people, trying to make money off of desperate people. that's it, Yeah.
So I think, are we done with that topic?
Are we? Because I could talk about Possessed Twilight a little bit more. Ass Fuda.
There's something about Ass Fuda that's just gets you going.
Now, I mean, I haven't really studied that comic in great detail as much as you two have. But when you say ass Fuda, you mean like a penis is coming out of the asshole, or
it wasn't really a penis so much as it was a thing.
Yes, there was.
It's sort of like she was like taking a shit, but it wasn't shit that was coming out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
It's kind of weird because the thing, like, basically Twilight got, improved upon, and then the possession sort of crawls out of her from the head up. From the head down, so like halfway through they're joined at the hips, and then this tendril comes out of Twilight's arse and sticks her, and as they continue to pull apart, sort of forming into the whole Fuda thing. As it forms, it's fun to watch.
It's very similar to like a Goo Girl, almost like a Goo Monster Girl, which I'm totally into, which is probably why I like this particular sequence.
And Twilight.
So it's more of a parasitic kind of thing.
It's a corruption thing. It's a corruption sequence.
Sort of like in their first Darksiders when the war was corrupted with that thing that was meant to keep track of him.
Yes.
Except this is a lot more sexier.
Except you can actually masturbate to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure some people have masturbated.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't doubt.
He's a very handsome, angry man. Handsome and angry, like so many video game characters.
Yeah.
All right. With that, I think we can move on to our next topic.
Yeah.
Our-
This is
Our second topic.
this is kind of a touchy one. We're gonna have to really watch what we say, especially you. Bullshit.
Our second topic is clicks. And there's been a lot of stuff going around, every once in a while it crops up and turns into a mini shitstorm about clicks. Particularly, I've seen it in the musician community, but it happens in other parts of the community as well. It's a really prevalent topic in the musician side of the fandom. And one of the things that gets thrown around is a lot of disgruntled fans will just send nasty messages to whoever they're a fan of and say, oh, you don't ever talk to any of your fans. You only talk to your other artist or other musician friends. and you don't. You have this fucking clique going on, and no one can join it. It's just the popular people and all this stuff. And one of the, I think it was actually Cyril who said this. I can't remember though. It might have been Glaze. Though if it was Glaze, I won't credit him because I don't like Glaze. But one of the musicians said, when I first started off doing music, there weren't really very many popular people. It was just a bunch of musicians getting together and doing music. And so, we became friends because we were all musicians, and that just happened. We didn't intend to get horrendously popular and have, 3 billion subscriptions on YouTube. We became friends and we bonded over having fun producing fan music. And there are so many musicians out there that we have a lot of friends and we talk to them every day because we're friends. And it's not that we're necessarily a clique. It's just we were friends first before we met any of you. And I have 500 followers on Tumblr. I literally don't have time to talk to all of you every day. That would be really cool if I did, but I can't. And seeing as I already have friends, it's I'll talk to them because they're my friends. I don't have time to talk to 500 people every day. Please give me a break. And I agreed with that. I don't have that many 200 or so followers, but even with the number of followers I had, if I wanted to talk with all of them every day, it just wouldn't happen, And we got kind of a little clique here going, me, you, MDef Meg, Saley, Jhoof,
Yeah, Jhoof, Azure,
And I guess
I mean, we definitely have our own clique, and I have, you guys and other people on my Skype who I talk to a lot, and there's a ton of people who I never talk to.
Yeah, and that's okay. It's we were friends before we met you guys, and it's you're not. If you were in a social situation and a bunch of friends were talking, you wouldn't butt into their conversation and be all hey, how come you aren't talking to me even though I just met you? It's you wouldn't. It doesn't work that way, and so to accuse people of being cliquish is, I think, very misguided. Now, one thing I do draw the line, however, and this is especially prevalent in the music community, where new members of that community, not fans, but members of that community who are also musicians or artists or podcasters or whatever, there has to be at least someone who will give them the time of day, because when you're new in producing fan works, you need help. You're not very good yet, and it really doesn't do to sort of shun the new people, and that is something that I have seen happen. And even in other cases, it hasn't even been new people, just people that draw weird shit. Like Crooked Trees was a victim of that. And now look at him. You know, he can't even fucking draw pony art anymore because it makes him angry. And so the example I'd say is that whenever, you know, DefMech and I find a new podcast, we pimp it. You know, it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as it's, you know, a pony podcast, we'll pimp it because it's another pony podcast. We're a pony podcast. You know, we know exactly how much work goes into making a podcast, which granted isn't very much. But it's you know, there's time taken to do it. And
well, it's one thing to just put out a podcast. It's another thing to put out a podcast that's actually interesting to listen to.
Yeah, and it's, you know, I mean, Apple Cider and Chef Sandy do that a lot. They do that very well. Is whenever they find a new podcast, they'll have other podcasters on their show, so long as that podcast, you know, isn't ours. And that's what you do. But I've seen cliques in particularly in the musician, you know, community where they'll just sort of outright shun other new musicians, you know, and they'll just say, oh, the place is oversaturated and we don't need them, you know, and that's really destructive because the place.
Well, that seems to be pretty unique to the musician community because I don't see that happening. I mean, I've mentioned once in a while before. I was like, oh, I go into iTunes and there's so many fucking pony podcasts, but it's like, you know, it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, we don't care. We don't care if there's a million pony podcasts. Like,
yeah,
we're in this because we enjoy doing it. What I think, and I may end up just putting my foot in my mouth. What I think it is that some musicians feel threatened, I guess, by newer musicians, because for some musicians there's a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of, you know, money on the line. You know, with some people, some musicians, you can't even download their stuff for free anymore. It's only on Bandcamp, you know, for a minimum price. And I think that in a way that might play a small bit of, you know, a bit of a role there. But you have to remember that, like, look at the artist community, you know, there are so many artists that offer commissions, and what you normally pay for a commission is a lot more than what you'd normally pay for, say, you know, Glaze's new album.
Yeah.
If so many people are so willing to pay people like Little Miss J on a weekly basis ridiculous amounts of money to draw a vagina, you know, not very well, I might add, then I wouldn't doubt that there is, you know, an even a similar number of people who don't mind that there's a lot of music out there that they can choose from, you know, and there really is no problem with there being new people, because people are leaving all the time, you know, people are constantly leaving, coming and going, and sure, it may seem oversaturated to you, but the music market as a whole is oversaturated, and it's still going just fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, and the thing is, if that's the concern, it's kind of strange because I think seriously underestimating people's ability to consume music. I'm one of those people who just can't get enough. So I'm always willing to, you know, look at new people and look at new musicians and enjoy, you know, as much, but the people that I liked in high school, the bands that I liked in high school, the artists that I liked in high school, I still look at their stuff. I still check their sites to see if they're coming out with a new album. You know, my new tastes really don't dampen the tastes that I had, except in a few rare cases. You know, things that I think are adolescent or that I'm just not interested in anymore, or I was interested in high school, but not now. But that kind of change doesn't happen overnight. It's not gonna, you know, affect someone like Glaze or like Mando Pony or any, you know, those people. Is not going to affect them because we're not talking about a decade ago. We're talking about a few months. it's not going to, people's tastes don't change that fast. So I think it's kind of a silly concern, really. But then again, if that's with the sort of, I don't know how musicians are. The way they react to each other is bizarre. Compared to the way artists react to each other. Visual.
You just said that, and I'm just imagining like we're all at a zoo and we're looking at this chimpanzee habitat, and there's like a chimpanzee that's wooden toaster, another one is Mike the microphone, and blah blah blah, and Cyril, and some of them are just throwing shit all over the place. Another one's drinking its own piss.
Now, I will say, I could be completely wrong, and it actually has nothing to do with that. That's just the way I see it, and but what I have seen, what I can say for sure is that there are instances of certain members of the community just simply pushing out new members of the community because they don't want them there, and I think that's wrong. I think that's very wrong, Even if that person is a complete wild douchebag, which I think we can all agree yelling at cats is.
Without a doubt.
But I wouldn't say run him out of the fandom, because he still does. I do like his music. And admittedly, I did like that track he did about Yamana. I thought it was hilarious. Not the point, but I may not like him, as a person or on a professional level, but I do like his music, and I'm not averse to paying for that. He put work into it, and I understand that's hard work, I wouldn't say, run him out of the fucking fandom. I'd just say, well, if you don't like him, don't let him come to your convention,
I'm okay with that as long as I get to carry fire. An actual torch. And I get to swing it around and be like, ooh, fear my magic. Sorry. I can't. Well, you guys are mainly focused on the musician side of the fandom, and I can't really say I have an opinion on that just because I've told you guys some of the antics the musicians have done before, and their behavior kind of left a real bad taste in my mouth. So I don't consume or in any way involve myself in the musician side of the fandom. In fact, it's like I almost never, for our outros, I almost never make a suggestion just because I figure, and bullshit's already got that dealt with. I don't care what goes on. So, but I guess from what I could say is like, yeah, we have a clique right here. It's me, it's and bullshit, it's Saley, it's Jehoof, it's Azure, Sigmus, and others. And, it's not that we hate you guys, it's just that we're not friends with you guys.
Yeah, we were friends first before we had followers. It's like,
and I hate in a way, I guess what I'm also saying right now is because actually it's kind of funny we're talking about cliques because this person on Tumblr just started messaging me. I think they're a fairly average user on Tumblr. They've got a decent number of followers and all that shit. But they've been making posts and shit saying how much they want to be my friends and sending me messages about, oh, we should really be friends and everything. And I just send them back. It's like, look, if friendship happens, it just happens. You can't force it. You can't make somebody be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
You try that and they're gonna just fucking hate you. It's like I'll take it like actually the way Impulsion and I met was actually through Lucky. It was just I think it was just because Impulsion wanted to talk to me, and I think you wanted to talk to me about the Electric Brony, and sort of that's how that friendship hit off. I forgot how did we meet you, Saley? Forgot.
Well, it was kind of goodness. It wasn't really anything in particular. I don't think.
I think it was. I may have found your artwork somewhere.
Mm.
I was like, "Whoa, this guy's like really weird and shit."
Mm-hmm.
I follow him, and then I think I showed you that bullshit, and bullshit's like, "Wow, this artwork's really weird and disturbing. I can't, but yet I can't." And then yeah, we just started talking to you. I think.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Yeah, I remember that. This was after MDef, had gotten into a fight with Lil Miss J about a commission that you had, and they did the double ass penetration thing.
Yeah.
And I had seen that because I was following Jay at the time before he got unpalatable, and I had seen your character, and I tend to remember those sort of things. I tend to remember OCs, and you had started following me and were poking around. And I think we actually started talking after I posted one of Captain K's solo tracks, because you're a KMFDM fan.
Yeah,
and we started talking after that.
Yeah, Captain K actually was starting off put out a solo album, but that wasn't KMFDM or MDFMK, and that's how we hit it off.
Yeah, and then Ben started following me, and I noticed he was liking a bunch of my shit, and I'm like, what's going on here? Who is this?
There was a period of time where I was just fucking with you, where I was liking every post you made.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
But
good time.
Well, and that's sort of like how you would know that both in Bullshit and I kind of would like a person is because we would start fucking with them. We would start liking everything they did and start sending them messages. And that's sort of how we hit off friendships. But yeah, you listen there. It's like, there wasn't any plan. Nothing was really forced.
It wasn't. Oh, you're an artist. We should be friends because you're popular. Oh, you're a podcaster. You can promote me. Let's be friends. It wasn't like
yeah.
That was the excuse to get you on our podcast. And it's an excuse I use every day. But it wasn't like it wasn't like a conscious, we are friends now. It was just sort of like we started talking, and
Hey, another example with me personally, it's like myself and Chef Sandy really get along very well. We've had both Apple Cider and Chef Sandy on the podcast, but the thing is that me and Chef Sandy get along very well. However, me and Apple Cider almost never fucking talk. And it's not that I hate Apple Cider or he hates me. It's just that me and Chef Sandy hit it off really well, and it just didn't happen with Apple Cider.
You just don't have a connection.
Yeah, it's just there's nothing, nothing wrong with Apple Cider, nothing wrong with me. It's just there wasn't anything there.
There's plenty wrong with you, but that's
yeah.
Let's not gloss that over. It's
not.
Yeah, let's not ignore the fucking elephant in the room.
Fucking elephants is right.
Don't put those things in my head.
With that, oh god, no, he's an artist. I forgot.
Oh, now I'm just remembering back to that fucking YouTube video of the fucked up elephant just like going like trunk deep into another elephant's asshole. Just like going like several feet in and then just grabbing turds and eating them. It's like,
yes.
What the fuck? Why are we saving these creatures? We should kill them and skin them. It's like that chimpanzee that was trying to fuck a frog. It's like, come on, just fucking masturbate. Why the hell do you have to fuck a frog?
Are you that bored?
Yeah.
Of course, he's a chimpanzee. Yes, he is that bored.
And he's just sitting there. He's like, just open your fat fucking mouth, you fucking. Just open your fat fucking mouth, please. I need this.
And I think that's a sign for us to move on to the next topic.
I think this is played out. Yeah.
I don't know how we got here, but
so apparently, M Bullshit can't get enough of the Gay Nigger Association of America.
Oh God.
Our last
M Bullshit just loves his.
I love me some gay niggers. What can I say? I want some.
I love how when you were saying that you were like in the middle of saying the word you were like, oh shit, should I say nigga or nigger? And I was like nigga or.
You can never tell. You can never tell with people. Is it okay if I say this? Yeah.
So go ahead. You want to touch on them again?
Our last final topic, our final rather topic of the topic section this week is yet again the Gay Niggers Association of America. They finally did it. They finally hit Tumblr hard. It seemed like it was months in the making, and Bronies being on Tumblr was sort of the last straw for them to go, yeah, all right, it's time to fuck with this site. And for those of you who had your head in the fucking sand all day today, it is December 3rd. GNA put out a post that when you clicked on any part of it, it would take hold of your account and reblog the post all over your blog, and it was pretty much just a harmless exploit of Tumblr. But it was
I believe it. I believe what it did was it hijacked the because you can actually do Tumblr posts by email, and what it did was it just and what you do is you get especially if you go into your settings and you go Tumblr by email, there's a special email that you could use to make Tumblr posts via email, and that's how it just hijacked that
and made these.
I thought it was a JavaScript function actually.
No. Apparently, according and again, this is all just early hearsay, but it exploited that email.
Oh.
And so actually, I'm pretty sure what Tumblr just did was it just when the Tumblr staff was found out about it, they just went in and just reset everybody's email, because you can actually generate a new email fairly easily, because I think it's just your username plus a random set of numbers at tumblr.com. It wasn't a virus, it wasn't a worm, it wasn't anything like that. It was just a simple exploit.
It didn't last very long either. From what I saw, the whole episode was just a couple hours. Everything's running smoothly now, and it got taken care of. What I wanted to talk about is the reaction. When it happened, I woke up late, long after this whole thing had gone around, and I was sifting through posts and seeing the history of what had happened. And my first thought was, oh boy, here comes the drama, and we're gonna have a lot of shit to talk about, on tonight's episode of the podcast. And lo and behold, there was none. Everyone was just sort of like, hey guys, this post is nasty, don't click on it, and if you do, here's what you do: reset your shit. And oh hey, look, Tumblr's disabled posting for a while. It was very just sort of, oh, this thing happened, all right. And, the only like negative reaction I saw was someone was like, oh, that's it, I'm done with Tumblr, and they deleted their blog.
Yeah,
it was like a musician who had a blog a long time ago and then left and then come back and was like, no, I don't want to be here anymore, and he left, and it wasn't even any drama. He was just like, that's it, I'm done, and just went somewhere else. There was no chickens without heads, no calls to retaliation. There was absolutely no drama, and all I have to say about that is fucking fantastic job, bronies. Holy shit. It's like a dream fucking come true, The only argument that went on was Haiku Oezu was getting angry at people for calling it a virus, and who gives a shit?
That's because Haiku's a fucking insane computer programmer.
Yeah, he's allowed to do that.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's sort of like how there was that one BuzzFeed video about Christmas dinner. You guys remember that video?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like Billy separates all his food on the plate. It's probably because he's fucked up because he's a computer programmer.
So all I had to say about the whole episode was thank you guys for not being retarded.
Yeah, and the big thing, but the big thing to take away from it was that the attack was the exploit wasn't targeting just bronies. If you looked at the tags, it was bronies, Homestuck, Doctor Who, Venture Time. It was GNAA was just going after everybody. They were attacking Tumblr itself. It wasn't focusing just on bronies.
They're just throwing as many things as they could to get, people to look at it.
Yeah, and that was actually kind of funny because I never caught your fuck up, Saley. I was on early enough to be like, oh, okay, there's this thing. Okay, yeah, fine, I won't click on it. Actually, I was almost tempted because I have like a dummy account, and I was almost tempted to log into the dummy account just to be like, okay, what is this? Yeah, but I was like, no, I better not. I better not. But no, and then like I have Tumblr Savior also, and one of the things I have on my blacklist is Homestuck. And I started noticing like a bunch of other people just like all of a sudden you get like 40 posts in a row where it's like so and so has posted something with Homestuck in it.
Yeah, it was like absurd amounts, and you're like, how posts that much Homestuck? Holy shit!
Well,
and then I figured out it was a virus. I'm like, oh, that guy's an idiot. And eventually got to the point where I did unfollow a few people, but I followed them right back after it was all said and done. Just because. I mean, and I was going on about how people are dumb for just clicking on it, even though yada yada. But it's like, whatever. A couple hours later, it was all fixed.
Yeah, well, I mean,
nobody got hurt,
yeah.
Nothing got shut down. So,
well, that was my thing. It's like, okay, because I had just woken up, and I sat down, and that was the first post on my dash, and I read it, and it was completely incomprehensible. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So, and I see, oh, there's a video. Click. Do you want to leave this page? Oh shit! What happened?
But it's actually kind of funny because I was reading on the news of all places. They were talking about it there, and they were talking about how this happened to thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of Tumblrs. It happened, I think, to USA Today's Tumblr, CNN's Tumblr.
The guy behind USA Today is like, oh, Homestuck.
Yeah. The Verge. I think got hit. I think CNET's. And I think. Because I remember CNN talked about it, and then I think even I think it was TechCrunch. I was reading the article on TechCrunch about all the major blogs that got hit by it, and they even said, yeah, even our blog got hit by it. And it's like, wow, there are a lot of idiots working in media. Basically, every large media outlet. They got hit with it too.
That's pretty incredible.
Behind every major media outlet blog is a bored nerd.
Yeah.
And he's like, Gay Nigger Association of America. Okay. All of a sudden, you've got Gay Nigger Association of America all over USA Today's Tumblr. But no, I was actually to be honest, I was actually really surprised that The Verge got hit because I hold The Verge in very high regard as being like a cut above everybody else. I'm like, all right, I guess The Verge is just as stupid as everybody else.
What the fuck is this shit? Oh, hey, a video. Click.
Yeah. Come on, Verge. You let me down, man.
All right. See your time. Okay. With that, I think we can move on to our final little segment here. Unless there's anything you guys would like to cover. My phone is ringing. Who's calling me?
So unprofessional. You and your fucking Motorola StarTAC flip phone.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
It's okay.
Shh, Brandon, shh. Don't cry.
Leviosa. Stop it, Ron.
Stop.
I will
Oh.
take you away into the night.
No, Staley, have you watched that video?
No, I haven't.
Staley wasn't in our stream last night. BH Hammy and I had a little sync tube stream, and there's some incredible videos that I'll probably share with you guys after we're finished recording that. They'll eventually all be posted on my Tumblr, so if anyone listening is interested.
Well, I think we've reblogged that one video in particular.
Oh yeah, the
quite a bit.
the
Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa video. Ron Weasley.
Stop it, Ron. Stop. Ron.
Okay, as I was
Leviosa. Oh, sorry. I just love saying that.
As I was saying earlier, I think it's high time we went to our next. Unless there's anything else about our three topics you guys would like to add.
Leviosa.
Facial expressions in that video were perfect.
Yes, I'm actually making this. I make the faces too. Okay, we need to move on.
Our next segment is our Cool Shit segment. For those of you listening in on Ponify.me on Celestia Radio, you can go ahead and go onto your media player and click on the title of our podcast in your media player, and it'll take you straight to our show notes. If that is broken and not working, you can visit us at grandcanterlotcavalcade.tumblr.com and take a look at our show notes. Everything we talk about in this segment and other segments is posted as links in the show notes. So if you like what you hear, give it a click. I'll start us off today. My first piece of cool shit. I added this not knowing Saley was actually going to be on this episode. But my first piece of cool shit this week is a fan fiction called It's Like a Cake by Salient Sunbreeze. I really like this fic a lot, even though it's incomplete, which is the one thing I hate about fan fictions is waiting for the next chapter. But as I understand, the next chapter is actually like in the works.
Yeah, it's editing right now. It's done. I'm just picking through. So I would say it's about the next chapter is like it's like 90% done. I've just got to get like the last half of it edited. The first half is completely edited, so it'll be coming this week.
Cool. I'll be checking that out when it does drop. It's Like a Cake is a fantastic dark adventure fic about a spell gone awry, I suppose, is the setup. And Twilight and her friends find themselves in some bizarre, fucked up version of Ponyville. What I particularly like about this is just the prose. The story is, story. It hasn't really gotten that far, so I can't say if it's really good or really bad. But the prose is fantastic. Saley does have an eye for horror, and though admittedly my only experience in horror writing is Lovecraft and Stephen King, this is a good one, so definitely give that a click, check it out. Leave a rating, favorite, like, watch, and all that shit. So it's up on fiction. And Saley, if you have any cool shit you'd like to add to this segment, you can go ahead and just drop it right in the show notes. There's a link in our Skype.
Okay, gotcha.
MDF Mick, on to you.
Sorry, I found the video. Okay. All right. What I have here is there's really not much to it. It's just it's a dramatic reading of. Or should we? Yeah, we should go ahead and just plug it because we're always up for plugging cons. There's a new con. Actually, I totally forgot when it's going to happen, but anyway, you guys can find out more about it. The Big Apple Pony Con, and it's sort of happening because as we all know, BronyCon's moved on to Baltimore because Baltimore offers a more I guess appealing and accommodating venue for such a large con such as BronyCon, which leaves the New York City area kind of high and dry. So a new con started up, the Big Apple Pony Con. It's happening in New York City. I'm not too sure where. I'm not too sure when. But here is a dramatic reading of the announcement made by everybody's favorite purple pony, Grimace. So go check it out. You'll find out more information about this upcoming con. For ponies and horses and all that.
All that wonderful stuff.
Yes.
All right, Sally, you've just added something in, so why don't you go ahead and talk about that?
Okay. Well, I don't know if you guys plugged this particular artist before, but how do I pronounce this? Zemniaks.
Zemniaks,
yes. Appears to be a vector artist. All I have to say is asses. Asses everywhere. Oh my god. Just amazing asses. Asses that you can stare at. Just round, plump, pony butts.
Meaty
Flanks. Just bold, big flanks.
I'm all hungry now.
His pussies look like duck face lips.
Must you always bring up the ducks when I'm around? I can't get away from ducks. I can't get away from ducks with my roommates. I can't get away from ducks with you. Always the ducks. Ducks.
Whenever I pop into Staley's stream, the first thing I say is quack.
Well, see, the thing is that your ducks have nice milky tits.
And these have bold, big flanks.
You got big asses, too. Your ducks have big asses.
I like big asses.
Yeah.
I like big everything. Just big. Bigger the better.
Yeah.
Not one for moderation. I can do moderation. I'm not one for moderation. But what we've got here, with, if you're going to, well, I don't know. I don't know if German ends anything with X. Zemniaks. We'll just leave it at that. They big flank.
He's Polish.
Polish, really?
He's Polish.
Really?
Yeah. There's a thing where you click on their profile.
Oh, yeah, that thing. Yes.
Yeah. Want to know something else about him? He's 20 years old, and he's a he.
I see.
He's a dude. He's not a dyke.
What a concept. A male porn artist.
Yeah,
oh my
wow.
god, how rare.
I know.
Get off my internet, get back in my garage and fix my car.
Do you guys get to do that?
What, fix cars?
No. To tell guys to fix cars.
No, because I'm a man. I know how to fix my own car.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking Ben.
I don't have a car.
Oh.
I also don't have a man, so no.
Would you like to?
Oh.
No, wait, that sounds like a problem.
My next piece of cool shit. My next piece of cool shit is I'm not entirely sure what this person's name is, but the URL of this Tumblr is just call me a nerd at NSFW. So I'm just gonna say this guy is just call me a nerd or something. But I found them through a topless or a nude humanized picture of Bab's seed that they'd drawn. They do a lot of like anime-styled humanizations, and they've done a couple other pictures I've seen before, but the Bab's seed one was the one that made me follow. And so it's just a very sketchy art blog with just humanized anime versions of various ponies. So I like it. It's a good blog. It's fun. They've drawn tentacles, a lot of Japanese shit.
Yeah.
Let me take a.
But the Bab Seeds picture was pretty cool. And
Cool.
Very nice.
That's my thing.
That's your thing.
I like the armored chrysalis. I think that's very neat.
Yeah. I'm digging the armored chrysalis also. Let's see. So I guess that brings it to me. I actually found this thanks to Robos, King of Sweden, over on YouTube. He did a Let's Play of this game called Prison Architect, which is currently in alpha. It's made by Introversion, who's a very well-known and well-liked indie development company. They've made games like Uplink, DEF Darwinia, very interesting conceptual games. It's like Uplink was a hacking game, a pretty challenging hacking game actually. DEF was a end of the world nuclear apocalypse where you actually took control of a region's nuclear arms, and basically your goal was to cause as much destruction on everybody else's region. Hence the whole point of the game is basically you cause the end of the world. But this is a new game they're coming out with called Prison Architect, and basically what it is that you're a private corporation in America, and as most people know, a lot of our prisons are privately owned and privately ran. And so what Introversion Society do is make a game where you are this. You are a private company who's been contracted by the federal government to construct a prison, and you have to construct holding cell. You gotta construct cells. You gotta you have to make a canteen and all that. Build a warden's office, and then you have to hire people to run this prison. And I really enjoyed Robos's playthrough because he just fucks everything up. He didn't have enough guards, so there's actually prisoners getting ass raped in the showers, and there's just blood everywhere in the showers. And it's really kind of funny and disgusting because the art style on this is very, very cute, very simple and very cute. Was actually lends a lot to the gameplay because I purchased the I bought into the alpha, which gave me early access to the alpha, and I went and played it. And actually, in the tutorial, you're tasked with constructing a execution chamber, and that's how they sort of teach you how to play the game. And then once you're done, you turn it over to the federal government, and they then proceed to execute somebody, and you have to watch the entire thing. And it's very strange. It's really strange to do that. It kind of gave me a lot of weird feelings. Just because it was a combination of the art style and the fact that even though you are a private contractor, there's still certain things you can't do. Like actually execute somebody. But yeah, it's a game. It's really interesting. It's a lot of fun. It's
sounds it.
Yeah, I just watched the trailer. It looks really awesome. I kind of want to.
Yeah, and there has been other prison building games, like I think one's called Prison Tycoon, and it's like. They were never really that good. This one sort of takes the idea of a management sim and makes it actually compelling and interesting to play. So yeah, check it out. Watch a couple videos, watch a couple Let's Plays. so you kind of get the feel for it. So, anyway, yep, that's my thing.
Saley, on to you.
Okay, and now if this one, I'm going to keep it brief because if you are a pony fan, then you probably know about this already. But in case you don't go to Equestria Daily, they recently plugged the Fallout Equestria audiobook series. Now, the only reason I'm plugging this, partially because I'm into literature and partially because my roommate's very into audiobooks, but the sheer scope of it is kind of what took me aback. This is 62 hours of audiobook. 62 hours of fan fiction, of a single fan fiction.
Wait, so this isn't this is not Scorch Mechanic.
No, this is the main series. This is the original.
Okay. Well, I mean, Scorch Mechanic is what the guy everybody knows is the audiobook narrator. But this is a wow. Wow, this guy actually fucking wow.
Yeah, it's huge, and I was just like, I'm not a fan of Fallout, and the whole thing is just kind of heady for me. The series. I haven't been able to actually successfully sit down and read through it. But I know if you're like me, this might be a good thing. This might be, what you need to get through it because, there's just so much. And
well, I've always been a huge supporter of audiobooks. I mean, going back, some of our listeners will know, going back to the Electric Brony days, I've always been before Electric Brony kind of went on its near dead hiatus, we actually had an Audible sponsorship. So I've been a huge fan of audiobooks, and that's actually the only thing that's been holding me back from finishing Fallout Equestria was the fact that I've been waiting on Scorch Mechanic to do more chapters, but he's been busy with other projects and stuff. And actually, I am really glad you linked this because now I could probably finish it.
There you go. And it would be a good way, if somebody doesn't have time to finish Fallout Equestria or, it not really able to get into it, then it might be an alternative avenue. Because, say what you want. It's one of the more highly regarded series in the fandom, and I think it's one of those things that everybody should try. It's kind of like I can't stand Homestuck, but I think it's one of those things you should at least try once. I just can't get through it personally, but you should try. And Fallout Equestria and Antipodes and I always want to say Antipodes, but it's Antipodes. It's Dangerous too. I always forget the full name of it.
Dangerous Business Going Out Your Front Door.
Yeah. These are the big ones. These are the ones that you should at least try to go through. It might not be your bag, but this is a great avenue. Audiobooks are a great avenue for that. Like my roommate's on the Dresden Files right now that have been completely done in audiobooks. He's got all of them, but since he doesn't like to listen to music at work, he can listen to some of his favorite books at work, and he's been going through those. So it's a great avenue, and I think this is a very good thing. It's just the scope of it is what tripped me out. How much fan fiction there is in just one series. So, but there you go. So, something interesting.
Except Ayn Rand. Don't ever just ignore Ayn Rand. That's a thing for teenagers. When you grow up and you're in the real world, you realize she's all bullshit. But anyway, I really don't want to start a fight about that. I'm
not going to argue with it. I most likely agree. That's just that's just nasty business. You don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, Ayn Rand is just nasty business. Let's just say BioShock. Look what happened there.
There you go.
So, what I also included in parentheses there, right next to your link, is a link in Bullshit found a long time ago, and it's still an awesome service. It's called Video to MP3, and if you're like me, where you work a job where you can't have a computer around you at all times, use this. Uh, you'll be able to download each chapter as an MP3, and you could throw it on your smartphone or your iPod or whatever listening device you have. So that way you can go back, you could just listen to it like an audiobook on an audio device. So, yeah.
Cool beans.
Just a handy little utility.
All right.
Just rips the MP3 audio out of it.
My next piece of cool shit is a blog called Ask Messy Sketch, and this is sort of a dual Ask blog and just sort of sketch dump blog of this artist, who I'm assuming is just called Messy Sketch. And most of the art here is just, as the name suggests, just little doodles and sketches. But unlike what the URL might imply, the sketches are far from messy. They're very clean. And it's just another porn artist. Well, I actually found this guy through Skipsy, who I'm pretty sure I plugged before. Skipsy had colored one of his pictures. There's quite a bit of gay on this blog. Quite a bit of
Wow, that oh god. I'm glad you guys weren't paying attention to that, but you were like, wow, that's a lot of gay on there, just as I clicked on it. And so it's like,
yeah,
wow, that's a real. I could have just kept my mouth shut.
There's quite a bit of penis all over this blog, but it's fantastic art. So if you're into sketchy styles rather, this is a good blog for you, because the guy pumps out sketches pretty regularly.
There you go.
And I have to go take a shit, so I will be back.
Okay, yeah, I guess we don't need them for the next part. For my thing. My next thing, this was reblogged onto my dash thanks to Darkly Spectre. And this is the Equestrian Sex Guide. And the reason I'm plugging it is because it's very similar to Sriracha. I think it is Sriracha Not Sauce's Monster Mare Encyclopedia, but rather than one person doing everything, the Equestrian Sex Guide is sort of a collaboration among writers and artists to sort of just do these fun, sexy Monster Mare entries. And they're currently in need of artists. Apparently they've tapped out on the artists they have been using, and they just need more artists. And it looks like they've been doing the call out for quite a while now. Mm-hmm. So again, I just found out about them, I think yesterday, and I really like what they're doing. No offense to Sriracha, but his is a one man thing, and it's going very, very slowly. This here being a collaborative effort, I can definitely get behind. And so I've been reblogging them, plugging them, and I figure I'd just give them a plug here on the podcast, since we do have quite a few artists who do listen. If you're not a pussy like Chicken-tura, are too afraid to draw a simple line saying, oh, that's a vagina, and you're bored and you're looking for something to do, send these guys a message. Send these guys an ask, and hop on that shit.
Yeah, I actually talked to them the other day.
You're perfect for it because your ponies look like ducks.
Are we going to start this again? I'm ready. We'll go. Okay.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. Yeah, but I actually talked to them earlier yesterday as well. So I might be set up something for them later on in the week between commissions and stuff like that. Since my last exam is tomorrow, I'll be free, so I might be doing something for them fairly soon. And I mean, they're nice. They're kind of crazy, but they're nice. So, if you're interested in drawing something unusual, then, go ahead, get it, drop them a line. They're not unapproachable.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're pretty flexible on the adult content. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not demanding, it has to be triple penetration and lactating crotch tits everywhere. I'm pretty sure that they...
Well, actually, lactating crotch tits sounds pretty good.
Ben.
What about the triple penetration?
I won't say no to a new experience.
Ben, if you could get fucked by a horse, would you?
Nope. Hey, remember like episodes ago when we had Chef Sandy on, I was talking about how Chef Sandy had shown me his favorite documentary, Zoo, the documentary about Mr. Hands. Yeah, that's all you need to know.
All right. I thought you really enjoyed that documentary.
I did. It's about a man who died trying to fuck a horse.
Follow your...
Oh, okay. It's sort of like how Red State is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Just because of how terrifying it is to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, go check out Red State and Zoo.
And while you're at it, there's this fantastic film I saw recently called Jesus Camp. That's very eye-opening.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That's intense. It's...
Oh, and another thing, I saw it on Apple's movie trailers thing. There's a new movie coming on its way in called Nudes, and it's all about it's a movie starring Jason Mewes and a bunch of other people, and it's all about professional gaming, and it actually looks pretty funny and kind of sad because it's professional esports thing. Are we done plugging movies?
Yeah,
sure, why not?
So yeah, the Equestrian Sex Guide. If you're an artist and you're looking for something to do, check these guys out. Again, as Saley said, they seem pretty nice and kind of crazy. So
it's always good.
That's always good. That is always good. All right, go ahead. Somebody.
Whose turn? Is it mine? Ben's?
I think it's you.
Me again?
It's
okay.
You, Saley.
Okay. This particular this is Hentai from Hell. And this is particularly special to me because it's one of the first, back when it had a site. It's in a blog format now, but it used to be a site way back when. And, it's just, they post Dojin, they post videos, they post 3D, little apps and everything. It's just sort of, whatever the guy who runs it, kind of catches on to. So you get a lot of variation. One of the things they posted recently was actually a game, The Legend of Queen Opala by Gabe Works, who's Gabe is actually an acquaintance of mine from Fur Affinity way back. And I remember when this actually came out, and I was interested seeing that pop up again. But there's a lot of variation, more than you get in most places, and it's interesting to see some of the stuff that comes up on here. So if you're bored and you want to browse through, it's a neat little repository. Very simple to follow. It's a blog. It's very easy to look through. You just click on the tag. If you see a tag that you like, you just click on it. And there you go. It's got the category and tags. It's got the galleries up. There are all sorts of links all over the place. Sometimes they have soft galleries you can look in without actually downloading it. Yeah, it's just a neat little curiosity. So it's just a place that I go when I'm bored. I tend to, along with Tanada Mojito and Faku.
I know you.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of neat stuff that I don't really see anywhere else, and that's why I think that I like it so much, because there's a lot of cross-pollination between certain places, and this is one of those places you get a lot of weird stuff that you don't it just doesn't turn up anywhere else. So I think that's why I like it. It's a lot of the stuff is fresh. So yeah, it's good. Every once in a while, you'll get a rash of things that are a little odd, and it's just good to have some bizarre shit every once in a while. So yeah, go check it out. It's very easy to navigate, very easy to look at. There aren't any ads. There aren't any, it doesn't have the problem that, oh, this is just a site with a bunch of images. They're all pasted together. Those sites. No, it's simple. It's clean. It's there. And that's why I like it, among other things. So.
I found My Little Pony on it.
Yeah, it's got that. It doesn't have. It's not. It's not.
Yeah, it's not what you're thinking. Apparently, there's this game called Super Deep Throat, and it's basically a deep throat dick sucking game. And apparently, it has a 1052 girl pack, and includes such famous girls as the ones from Ace Attorney, Dead or Alive, My Little Pony. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
have fun with that.
Yeah, it just has a bunch of. It's got American style stuff. It's got a lot of manga, of course. And it's got apps. It's got game rips. It's got CGs. It's got games on it. So I mean, just a little bit, something for everyone. And there you go. Just one of those curiosities things, one of those things that I knew when I was younger, and I stumbled across it recently, and I'm like, oh my god, this is still here. So there you go. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Good for several hours of entertainment. Or references, if you like to draw. It's not all, Android brothel. There you go.
Yeah, you've heard it. You've heard it from the man. You've heard it from the man himself. Saley says 10 out of 10 would fap again.
Yes. Hey, there's the Sonic one, Pokemon, and all that stuff. So better than PAL Comics.
Speaking of which, in bullshit, did you have an announcement you wanted to make?
What?
You cut your hair.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I cut my hair.
You went from looking like the stereotype at the beginning of the latest Trixie episode to looking like you should belong in Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah, this is funny. I cut my hair because I was starting to get split ends, and I was like, I could either trim the split ends off and keep growing it, or I could just shave it all off. So I was at the haircut, the cutters, the barber, and I was just like, just fucking short. And right after that, the marching band told us, so yeah, we're going to go to Washington, D.C. during Christmas for a show, and our show's going to be at like 8 o'clock in the evening when it's dark and cold as shit. And oh, by the way, you can't wear any fucking hats unless they're marching band hats, and we don't have any marching band beanies. And I was like, oh, no.
Like, no!
Yeah, it's actually freezing fucking cold right now because I'm sitting outside. My ears are being kept warm by my new headphones, but it's just, it's so freezing.
Yeah, I cut my hair too, but because I'm super fucking lazy, I was just like, man, and I live in South Dakota, I'm like, man, I'm sick of having my hair blow up all up in my face because I'm too fucking stupid to move to a decent state like California. And so I just went into my bathroom and just grabbed a pair of shears and just cut off a bunch of my hair. And I'm like, okay, that's good enough.
I did that once and it looked like shit.
Well, mine looked like shit for about 3 days until it all sort of my hair grows very fast, so eventually it just all balanced out.
That's good.
So yeah, now yeah, so now the GCC has gone from looking like a bunch of shaggy hippies to a bunch of poor hipsters.
That's what happens to hippies.
Yeah. They get a sense of style.
All right. My
All right, yeah, what you got?
my next piece of cool shit here is the Ask Scribble Octavia Tumblr. Going well within my tradition to find every Octavia Tumblr and pimp the shit out of it. This one's actually the style is similar to like the felt cutouts that we saw in that one and the a friend in whatever the fuck episode. But it's an extremely cute little Octavia blog. And I started following it because one of the musicians I followed had reblogged this post about the how Octavia got her cutie mark, and it was just about the way you become a musician is you practice your goddamn fucking ass off and you don't stop, which is a sentiment that I share because it's a sentiment that is true. And it's a really well done little Octavia blog. It updates sort of sporadically, unfortunately. It's really sad because I really like this blog. But it's looking like they're gonna go the general direction of shipping with Vinyl Scratch, which I'm totally okay with. And the mod behind it is Not Reality, who I also follow. So, yeah.
Nice. All right. What do I have here? Okay, this next thing I have is a very silly Tumblr. I like to call it the ultimate buzzkill Tumblr because they just take any kind of humor and find something wrong with it. Something either racially offensive, gender offensive, animal exploitation or abuse, any possible humor, stemming from topics like that, and just breaks it down and makes it entirely unfunny, which in and of itself is pretty hilarious. It's called the For Future Reference Only, and let me look for example. They took the meme, the entire meme series, First World Problems, which, as you know, is a series of image macros of white people or Americans and or white people crying, and the captions usually read the microwave is faster, but the oven makes it taste better, or something like
the privileged rich people problems.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny meme, to be honest. I really do enjoy the meme, but for example, they've taken that meme and this is what they've had to say about it. I've written about how sexist and ableist internet memes are, but this first world problems meme has to be the worst of them all. It's a bunch of whine about people's petty problems. Some people are less fortunate and don't have the same privileges the majority of those in the first world have. It's pretty much like that.
So is this ironic or are they actually serious?
I don't know.
Either way, it's incredibly funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very, very funny. I do enjoy it. Another one is there's two pillows that, or no, that one's not that funny. Yeah, it's just, they caption the picture of Robert Downey Jr. What's that one Vietnam spoof film he was in?
That would
where he played the black guy.
Tropic Thunder, yeah.
Tropic Thunder, yeah. And there's another image macro where I think he said in the movie where he said, "Nigga, you just went full retard." And so they took that image macro, which is actually a line in the movie, and they had to say, "That's really bad and an ableist word choice. There are many words in the English language to describe this person. And it's like, what? You're an idiot. So, yeah, check it out. It's really, really funny, and they reblog a lot of dumb modernist art, which makes no sense and looks like shit. So there you go.
All right, and my final piece of cool shit for this week is the Tumblr of the artist Secret But Fun, or Trips Ocho. And Secret But Fun, Trips Ocho is.
Oh, I love
actually,
this. Yeah.
He does a little bit of porn, a little bit of risque stuff. It's all very sketchy. He doesn't really color very often, and I believe this is traditional, but I can't say that with authority. But lately he's gotten a bit of a mean streak, apple beans sort of thing going on, with very grotesque pictures. And the one that actually made me follow him was it's the second picture down, the second unique picture down on his Tumblr currently, which is a picture of Celestia taking taking a shit on Twilight's head, and just I laughed so hard when I saw that picture.
I did the same thing too.
And then I kept scrolling, and he's got some actually really cute, porn going on here. He's got some Gravity Falls stuff.
Don't fucking. Oh god.
Ruby Punch.
I didn't.
But he's got some cute and some grotesque, and it's just sort of an all round fun little not safe for work blog that you should definitely follow because it's a complete riot.
Yeah, the Lyra penis arms is very good. Just penis arms.
So,
all right, my final thing, huh?
No, I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at here. Go on.
My final thing is Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, you actually put that in your cool shit.
Yes.
Oh my god, this video is amazing.
Stop it, Ron. Stop. Can we just talk like that until the end of the show?
No, for the love of God, please no.
Leviosa.
Oh.
It actually hurts my.
God.
It actually hurts my face when I try to make the faces they did.
Oh
I can't
God.
steer that bad.
Oh God.
I think we're done with cool shit.
Saley, watch the video, Saley. And while Saley is watching...
Oh my God.
It's just
Leviosa.
So...
Leviosa.
I can't do that.
Oh.
Leviosa.
Yeah, thank you.
My favorite is just stop it, Ron. Stop.
Just thank you, BH Hammy, for that video. Jesus Christ, I've watched it so many times. Anyways, with that, we're coming to a close here. We've almost hit we're fairly close to the 2-hour mark, unlike our previous episodes. But you want me to wrap us up?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's wrap this.
Now, this has been episode 42 of the Grand Canterlot Cavalcade in color, a Gentle Colts podcast for sophisticated bronies. I am Ben Bullshit. Our special guest today was Salient Sunbreeze, and you can find him at salientsunbreeze.tumblr.com. You can find us at all those places that are in our fucking show notes. If you want to find our show notes, you can go to grandcanterlotcavalcade.tumblr.com, and every episode post we make on there, which is pretty much all that our Tumblr consists of, has links to the show notes. It's been a pleasure. Thank you and good night.
Human beings fascinate me, being just the way they are. Tell me, little pony, can you push a cart or drive a car? Fire is my instrument, but humans strum their sweet guitar. It's a mystery. Anthropology, fingers, toes, and tiny noses, brownish hair and tannish skin. Would it be too much to ask to see the world they're living in? Everybody tells me that it's old and fake mythology. It's a mystery. Anthropology, aren't you bored of brushing your coat? Styling your mane with your hooves. I don't mean to butt in or gloat, but ancient history proves humans don't have wings or magic. They don't need it, they don't care. All they've got's imagination, new inventions everywhere. Babies, children, teens, and elders all alike have clothes to wear. It's so real to me. Anthropology, Albert Einstein, Cleopatra, William Shakespeare, Elton John, Michael Phelps, Barack Obama. Who's to say that they're all gone? Maybe humans like us too and dress like us at Comic-Con. It's so real to me. Anthropology, yeah, they've had a couple of fights. Nobody's perfect, you see. Still, I say I'm born with the rights to study whatever I please. I don't need to horse around now. I can stand on two legs. I would trade my magic power